The stillness on this hilltop in Santa Ysabel doesn't last long, as the sounds of woodland creatures provide nature's concert. Their home is the Judith A. Bassett Canid Center, and the work being done here could be groundbreaking. Dog trainer Anita Cheeseman is not working with dogs today.
This is Dimitri.
She's training foxes to do nose work, detecting specific odors inside plastic boxes.
He made a U-turn because he smelled the odor, and now he found it. He looks to me for his reward.
Cheeseman lives up to her name and provides a morsel of cheese with each positive odor detection. Unlike even the best trained dogs, these foxes have a unique talent that could one day save lives.
Good boy.
These are no ordinary foxes.
Sit.
These are Russian domesticated foxes.
Good job.
That was pretty good.
Amy and Dave Bassett, who own and run this conservation center, care for 14 of them, brought over from Russia 10 years ago.
And at that point, no one had ever brought one to the United States because they're in Russia, not only Russia, but Siberia, Russia.
The foxes were part of what is called the Russian Domesticated Fox Program, started by Soviet scientist Dmitry Belyaev in the 1950s. His goal was to recreate the evolution of wolf to domesticated pet dog, a process that took thousands of years. But with foxes, he wanted to do it in a matter of decades. The program has seen much success. The foxes evolved to behave more like dogs.
They'd breed only the most friendly ones, and then they do the same thing the next generation, year after year after year. And then they got found after about 10 generations or so, they were getting more friendly. The foxes were excited to see people. They'd come up and wag their tails.
Unlike a wild or fur farm bred fox, these domesticated foxes are not timid, do not keep a flight distance, and resemble the behavior of human-loving dogs. They're happy to see us and even enjoy being held, kissed, and treated like babies. So why is this type of nose detection work so important to the Bassets? The answer lies in the unique way foxes hunt.
You'll see them walking slowly in the snow and their ears are going all over the place. And also they stop and they hone in and they jump 6 feet in the air, spin around, hit the snow nose first, dig down 3 feet, come up with some kind of a rodent in their mouth. Their hearing is very well attuned to hearing the types of frequencies of things under the snow.
And while their noses are highly sensitive and their hearing extraordinary, it's something else that seemingly sets them apart as hunters. It's called magnetoreception, a trait whereby they can see the magnetic field of the earth and align their bodies for precision.
And with a pounce, he strikes.
So we said, well, that works perfect for avalanche rescue because someone's stuck under the snow, they're kind of moving around, and that's what they're designed to detect that.
If we can train them to do search and rescue work, to do avalanche rescue, boy, would people see them in a different light.
The Bassets say too many people see foxes as animals to be killed for their fur or for sport. They want foxes to be seen as creatures with a positive purpose. You can call it Fox PR.
If we actually had them seen as saviors and, going into, like, you can imagine an earthquake and somebody comes down off of the helicopter with their 6 foxes all strapped around them, and then boom, there's one here, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and showing people their skill set and finding things underneath the ground, I think it would really give them a different perspective of them.
But first, there are biological and geopolitical challenges. The Russian program was partially funded by the NIH, but since the invasion of Ukraine, those ties have been cut. This means, at least for now, no more foxes can be imported into the United States.
So there are no other populations of these foxes. So if they go extinct there, they're extinct.
The Bassets say the foxes are also considered a source of pride, and their genetics intellectual property of the Russian government, so each one is sterilized to discourage any breeding outside of the Russian program, which is still active today. But even through generations of domestication, one little genetic hurdle remains.
Bad girl.
No, you're not going to do that. It's scary. Elena.
No, you can't bite that one.
The fox's curious and mischievous nature stands true.
Yes, I know, guys. You've never eaten before in your life.
And since they don't have the same recall as dogs, the Bassets say releasing them to rescue people at this point is a dicey proposition.
Yeah, they may run and find your people, but then they're going to go, okay, well, now we're going to go look for some mice. So see you later. So it's kind of like one rescue, one fox kind of a deal.
The key, he says, is to train them as young pups. But it remains to be seen if the Bassets will get access to pups anytime soon. Even so, They're holding out hope that we could one day see these animals saving human lives.
People say you can't teach a fox to do search and rescues. We say, just watch us. And it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but we haven't given up on it.
Maya Trabulsi,
Good girl.
KPBS News.